Teh Amadina, and today I want to tell you my favorite story. This story is called Puss in Boots. Please enjoy this story with all of your heart. In the faraway land there lived a poor mill. When he passed away, he gave his oldest son the mill, and his middle son the donkey, and his youngest son only a cat. A cat? What can I possibly do with a cat? Oh, but this was no ordinary cat. The cat had bright green eyes, a clever smile, and believe it or not, he could talk. Don't worry, my master. Give me a pair of boots and a bag, and I shall make your fortune. The man didn't know what to think, but he gave the cat what he asked for. And soon, the cat began to set down off the road, click, clack, in his shiny new boots. He began to catch rabbits, partridge, and even a fat duck, and he brought them to the king's castle, and he bowed deeply. Your Majesty, these are gifts for my master, the Marquis of Carabas. The king smiled in delight. What a generous man, he said. And day after day, Puss continued to bring gifts to the castle, and the king could not stop thinking about the mysterious Marquis of the Carabas. Then, in one sunny day, the king and his daughter were going for a carriage ride by the river. He ran to his master and said, "Quick, master, take off your clothes and jump into the river. Trust me on this." The man was confused, but he obeyed and he jumped into the river. And after that, Puss began to shout, "Help! Help! Help! My master, the Marquis of Carabas, is drowning!" The king's carriage stopped at once. "Guards, save him!" The guards rushed and pulled the young man out. The king, recognizing him from the gifts, offered a fine clothes and arrived in his golden carriage. The princess looked at him and she blushed. He was quite handsome indeed. Meanwhile, Puss ran toward a great castle owned by a terrible and a mighty ogre who could turn into any shape. When he arrived, he bowed deeply. "Good day, the mighty ogre. I heard you can turn into any shape. Isn't that right?" The ogre grinned. "Yes, of course I can. I can turn into a dragon, lion, or even a wolf." Amazing. But I bet you can turn into something tiny like a mouse." And the ogre roared, "Ha! Watch me!" And in a puff of smoke, poof! The ogre turned into a tiny mouse. Quicker than a lightning, Puss pounced and ate him up. Just then, the king's carriage arrived at the castle gates. Puss ran out to greet them and bowing deeply. "Welcome, your Majesty, to the castle of the Marquis of the Carabas." The king was amazed. "What a splendid home," he said. And the princess looked at the young man, and it wasn't long before they fell in love. They married soon after, and the poor miller's son had become a real nobleman, all thanks to his brave, smart, and loyal friend named Puss in Boots. And after that, they lived happily ever after, proving that wit, courage,